Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. Hello, Quang Tuấn. So I live stream today with you alone. There's no one at all. Actually, I post the live stream on the Discord, but most of the students are in Vietnam and they are asleep now. They are sleeping now, and I post this live stream on the linking as well. But no one cares. Okay, so let's get started to solve random Leetcode problem. Okay, so if you have any questions, so feel free to post into the YouTube comment. Now I can for the YouTube comment I can show it as a pop-up. So you can see you can see that I have a pop-up for YouTube comment here, so I can see your comment directly. So you want me to show the Onsite interview? Okay. So if you like, okay, Onsite interview here. Oops. This look like this is a picture for interview order. Interview assessment here. Okay, so which one do you like? Maybe so Amazon interview for easier. Okay, for more easier, because among Google, Facebook, Amazon, and Microsoft, I think Amazon problem are the most easier company would easier would have easier to solve. Okay. Okay, let's Amazon. Okay. Okay. So, the problem is quite long. A newly designed key part was tested, where a tester pressed a sequence of n keys one at a time. You are given a string key press of length n. It's a delay about 7 seconds. You are given a string this one of length s, length n, where this one were the I key press in the testing sequence, and a static release time, where release time were the time I key were released. Both array or zero index. The zero key were pressed at time 0, and every subsequent key were pressed at exactly time where the previous key were released. Okay, the tester want to know the key of the key press that had the longest duration. Want to know the key of the key press that had the longest duration. The ith key press had the duration of this one, and 0 has the duration of this one. Know that same key could have been pressed multiple times during the test, and this multiple press of the same key may not have had the same duration. Yeah, the problem description is quite long, but let's read to understand, and I will explain to you later. Return the key of the key press that has the longest duration. If there are multiple such key press, return the lexicographically lattice key of the key press. Khá long. Okay, for example, that we have this input. Okay, so we need to return the key like of the key press that has the longest duration. Okay, so C here have duration in 9, B here have duration of 20, C here 20, D here 1. Yeah, so this is the simple problem. So just return the key which have the longest duration. If there are multiple key, return the latest letter. Okay, so it's an easy problem. So just find the answer, the rest duration will be find the one with the longest. So start with 0 and rest key press will be I can start with the invalid key. Okay, then I will start iterate of the length release times, and so if I equal to 0, then the duration here, the duration will equal to release time of 0. Otherwise, duration will equal to this one. We can merge it into one, like if I equal to 0, else will become release time of I minus by release time of I minus 1. Okay, so I have the duration. Just if this one is greater than this one, then I will update the answer by if it's greater. Okay, and then I will update the answer will be the key press I L if duration is equal to rest duration. I will update the rest duration will be equal to duration. If it's equal, then I will, and in any case the same. It's always less than. So for sure we can like this, but it's less than, so we can set it with 0. Okay, so if the rest key here, so we need to find the longest class. So it's less than the current one. Then we update. Quite simple. Okay, quite simple. C and it should be A. Okay. This is quite simple solution problem. Okay. Yes. Find the key press with the maximum duration. Okay. Simple. This problem is quite short. Given a string S and integer K, return the number of substring of S of length K with no repeated characters. Given string S and integer K, return the number of substring of S length K with no repeated character. Okay, so let's grab this example. grab example. So this is the substring of length k, but no repeated character, right? Correct. So it's one here, and we do like this. Yes. Okay. So we just okay. So the proof fork solution, the solution one, which is the proof fork, by we just loop I in 0 into n minus 1, and then we split to cut get substring start from I and have the length of I of plus 1, the plus k here, and the time complexity for this one will be O of n multiplied by k, and the by complexity will be when we split to get a part of the string will up to okay. But you know, the n here is less or equal to exponent of 4, k less or equal to 10 exponent of 4, then it will be called DOE. So we need to find a better solution. For this one, look like, you know, we have a subset. How about that? We have a window to keep some information, and then we just slide the window here. This is called slide window. Okay, slide window algorithm. Okay, how can we slide window? Okay, so we keep the window, have a window. So let's grab this example. So for this one, we grab the window like to have a window, we need to maintain two index, which is the left and the right. Give me something. So the range left up to right will keep the value of the window. Okay, so for this one, we need to keep the window up to k character. Okay, for first of all, we add this one to the window, add this one to the window, add this one to the window, add this one to the add this one to the window. So we have enough size for our window now. And then we need to know the number of unique characters. If it's equal to the size of window, then it's good. All the characters are unique, no repeat here. When we would slide the window here, we are as in this index, we slide in this index. So we need to, you know, compute from this one to this one. So we need to remove height from the window, and we need to add U inside the window. So this operation we take the O1, and we do it n times. So the total complexity will be On. Okay, so how can we keep the window here to know that how many to keep the window here? How about that we have the counter to keep the unique character. So for this one, we have the counter like a dictionary. Okay, so let's comment it for multiple lines. Like a counter, like we have a dictionary, like we have the H with the count 1, A here, count 1, V here, count 1. This problem is hard to check substring with no repeat character. Yes, yes, we need to, like proof of solution, we need to split substring here and check this substring contains duplicate or not. If it's duplicate, then it's invalid. And this sliding window here, we have the sliding window here, and by using the sliding window, when we slide to the next one, we will do it in O1. But we need to keep the value to check, to keep the data here, to check if this sliding window contain duplicate or not. If it's not duplicate and it's good, and we need to check this in O1. So for example, that I have this sliding window here, and I keep it the value here count 1. Okay, for the F here count 1. Okay, I have the counter here. When I move to the sliding window, move to the U here, I need to remove the head first. Remove the head first. And then I add the U here. After I add the U here, the size of the dictionary here equal to length K, such meaning that all the characters here are unique. That is good. And by remove from the dictionary and add new element into this dictionary, it will take the O1. The size of dictionary also O1. Actually, that there's up to 26 lowercase English characters in a dictionary. Okay, so let's move on. This is also good, right? Then we do the same with the N here, and we remove A here. Remove A, put the N, and it's good. Okay, then we have a O here, so we remove V. We add it as O. Okay, it's good. And then we have the N here, so we need to remove the F. Remove the F, and S is with the N here. And N here now will become 2. And the size of the dictionary are not equal to this one. So that means that this is invalid. So we just do sliding window at the end. Then that's all. We can solve this problem. Okay, let's code it. Like I have a character default dictionary. Something like that. Okay. For right in range of length S, and I have the left to keep the range. Left will keep the left index of the window range. Right will keep the right index of the window range. Okay. We insert new one, like let's iterate it. See right in enumerate. This is the character, and this is the index of the string S here. Okay, so we just count of the new index u plus 1. Okay, and remove the O index. To remove the O index, if the right is greater than greater or equal than k, right? For example, that we read into this character and this index is s index 4, so we don't need to remove. But when we read to the index 5 here, we need to remove. Okay, index 5 here, we need to remove right minus k. Right, 5 here. 5 here is 5. This is index 5. Index 5 we need to remove as index 0 here. So right minus k will be removed. We will remove. So if the count becomes 0, then we remove the key. We remove the key. Remove the key. Pop the key of string s of that position. If the count is equal to 0, then we pop that character. Okay. And then we just have a count here. Actually, that we don't need the left character here. The left index here. So it's greater than this. Otherwise, so we just check if length. So we will remove it before we add, right? So okay, then we just check if length of the count here is equal to k, then it's good. Return rest here. Okay, so let's check again. Count dictionary here, defaulted. No neglect. Right here, okay. See right index here. Count the new one increase. So if we have to delete the O1. For example, this one, you have to delete the O1, then go to delete the O1. For example, that in index 5 we need to delete at index 0 here. So minus k minus 1. So if it's reached to 0, then we remove this key from the dictionary, so it can calculate the number of key in the dictionary here, correct? So if the number of key in the dictionary are equal to k, so it means that all characters are unique. Then we just plus it right here. It should be index first and character in the second. Okay, 6 here. 0 here. Okay. Cool. Do you have questions, Quang Tuấn? So time complexity here will be O(n), where n is length of string s. By will be the dictionary here store only lowercase English characters, so it can click as O1. Yes, I already submitted. It's already passed or the test case. This is a sliding window technique. I will teach about sliding window technique in this Saturday. I will teach about the two-pointer and sliding window topic. Okay. T plus equal to 2. Yes, if it repeat, then for this, right? For this, when we meet this one, right? So we have V, E, F, U, N here. It's fine. When, no, this one. We have E, F, U, N, O here. It's fine. All the characters are unique. But when we read into the next character like N here, we have the 2N here, and we remove the E. So we have this one. So remove the E. So we have the F N here. So the number of unique character will equal to 4. Is not equal to the K. So it's invalid. So we don't increase. If it is invalid, then we increase. This is the very basic for the sliding window. I think it's quite clear now, right? Yeah. So I plus. So let I show you. Okay. So when I have this one, when when I read into this one, let's remove it. Okay. I read into this one. I will have E here 1, F here 1, U here 1, N here 1, and O here 1. Okay, and then I read into the new N here, right? I plus it first. This means that N will become 2, and then it's time to remove the last index, which is out of the range. So we remove the E here. We remove the E here. We minus it to become 0. And if it becomes to 0, and then we remove the key. So we remove the key here. Okay. So the new window will have this. The length of this will not equal to K. So yeah, I think it's quite clear now, right? Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay. You want to schedule a list of jobs in the day. Jobs are dependent. To work on the ith job, you have to finish all the jobs straight. Where this one, you have to finish at least one task every day. The difficulty of a job schedule is the sum of difficulty of each day of the days. The difficulty of a day is the maximum difficulty of a job done on that day. You are given integer array job difficulty and integer d. The difficulty of each job is this one. Return the minimum difficulty of a job schedule. If you cannot find a schedule for the job, return -1. Oops, I don't understand the problem yet. You want to schedule a list of jobs in the day. The job are so you have a question on the question too, like if yeah, we can do like this. We can do like this, but it's not necessary to do this. We just remove the one element in. We can do like we remove all the character in front of and but we can do that, but we don't need. We just keep the window range, the data in the window range enough. We don't need to do that. So let me implement your idea. Like you said that if we meet the duplicate, then we need to we can remove it, right? Your idea that if we meet the duplicate, then we remove all characters before our duplicate. You mean like that? Yeah, you can do that. I don't need to use the dictionary. No. You need to do the dictionary. Yeah, we need a dictionary to store the index from the character to the index. Okay, I will do like you want. Now count of C will store index of that character of character C. Okay. Yeah. So let's put the okay. We'll store the index of character C. So if C already in our index, not the count, but last index or something. If it already existed, so we make the new string. But first of all, we need to delete the out of that one. Maybe we delete on this. Okay, we delete a last iteration. For the current one, we don't care about delete anymore. So if it inside existed, we make the new one, but it existed, then we have to skip while less than last index of the character. Here we will skip like left will equal to the skip, but we need to remove the other index as well. So we do like this. It equal. So we need to move slide left to this one plus one, right? To ignore the O C character. Okay. So if this one less than or equal to this one, then we just slide by. We have the last index of the O1. Last index of this one. We remove it. I think we need to pop last index of dot pop that character. Okay. Left plus one until it click into this one. It pop and it until the left will become to this one. Okay. And then it's fine now. It's fine. If it's fine now, then we just count the left. We count if right minus left plus one equals length k. then it's good. Rest +1. Okay. Before we go to the next iteration, we need to remove the out of index 1. So if this one is greater than k, then we remove the out1 of the left side, no, the right minus k. We pop it. Okay. Last index here. If that character maybe already delete, so we will do this cat instead of pop. If let's just go on the syntax that remove key from dictionary by 10. You delete here, so it will not throw the exception. Or it's also throw the exception if it's not found. Key not found exception here. I think we can cut the exception. Or delete here. Okay, so we have the default here, like this one, pop. This one, but it's not found in 0, none here. Okay. Right minus left +1. Okay. Then we need to debug something. Bring right here. I think it's already correct. It's C here in the last index, and then you need to slide left to this one. So y is still less than this one. Then we need to pop this character and plus left. So if it's already good fit +1. If we haven't set for the last index. If it already existed, okay. So the last index of let's see here is equal to right. Okay. Pop. Not found the key here. Why not found the key? Why it's in error range? Why cannot? Select debug. Okay, so we have the height here. Find. So we have a height here at index 0. and yeah, everything is fine in the first time. Everything is good. I think let's make it more special, like we grab from this one. So we have the n here. So we will okay. So this one we have the good one, and this one we will duplicate. Oops, this one no crash. If this one, for example, that we have the heat here, let's bring to check. Would index is fail. Okay, so it's x index n here. So right here and 8 at index 8. So it said that heat here. When we are operand, we need to when we need to our operand here, right? So this is our operand. So beside we pop. So if right minus left plus 1 equal to k, then we can pop it. We can confidently pop it, and then we need to slide left. So last index index of s of left plus 1. You see, it's quite long, right? For your idea. Let's pop the out of index. Why is incorrect? Oops, this is pop 2 times. What incorrect? So okay, we are 34 here. If it exists, yeah, but let's make it work. If it our brand, and if it the range here is exactly the length, then no, this no need to equal to k. It can be because we delete the current one, right? We delete the current one before the next iteration. Okay, how do you feel about that? Delete the last character which is out of the range before the next iteration. This is, you say this is quite long. if it how about that we don't use the dictionary, we use the array. For example, that we have the array here of this is the character here. Okay. For example, in C++ or other something like that. So we don't need this one. Last index here. We if it's our print, right? So we don't need to delete. Actually, we don't need to delete because that index is our print. Then we don't move. We just slide left here. Okay. Slide left one time. Okay. Okay. For this one, if it's less than this one, then do we need to pop? Actually, that we don't need to pop. We don't need to pop. We just have left plus here. So our left here will move to the we don't need to pop. So left here will jump to the last index of C here, plus one here. Slide left to this one. So we move the left index here, and then this is the new one. If last index here, it means that if the character here is inside the window range, it's inside the window range. Alright, so it means that we meet the new character here, but this is already inside the window range. Then we need to move the window range to this one. Okay, then we update this one. If left equal to right, then it's good. Delete it out of the range iteration, and yeah. This should be order of a character. Yes. Okay. This one we don't need to have a white. If this one is greater than left, so it means that this character is we meet specific character inside window range. So we need to move the left to the new one, new index. Then we have this one. If the range here, size here is k, then we plus. This one we delete our range. Do we need to if like this? If this one is greater equal, then it's enough character. Then enough character, then if the left here is need to remove one, new one. This one is mean that happen in case that we may let's plus one here. We may delete this one as well. Okay, don't miss this one anymore. So okay, that's your idea about toward Quang Tuấn. How do you feel? If you understand the sliding window correctly, you can implement any way that you like. Is it beautiful now? Yeah, actually, that we just have the last index here. It's the same with one problem, one other problem in the Leetcode. Okay, so the idea is that we have the last index to keep the last index of that character. So if that character is existed in the window range, then we need to update the left side to from that character index plus one to ignore that existing character. Then we set for a new one. And if the range is equal to k, yeah, so we found a perfect substring length k, all characters are unique. And we slide left one time before the next iteration. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Move to the question 3. You want to schedule a list of jobs in the day. Jobs are dependent. To work on a job, you need to finish all J job. So to work on this job, we need to finish all the previous job. You have to finish at least one task every day. Every day we need to finish at least one task. The difficulty of job schedule is the sum of difficulty of each day in the day. Difficulty of a day is the maximum difficulty done on that day. The difficulty of a day is the maximum difficulty of a job done on that day. You given integer. So for example, we have job difficulty like this is equal to first day you can finish the first 5 jobs. You can finish, and the day is the maximum difficult job on done that day. So the first day we finish 5 jobs here, so the difficulty will be 6. And then the second day we finish this one, so we need to find the minimum difficulty today. Okay, so the length here, day here is quite small. The length of array here is 300. We need to find the minimum. How about that we have 2 days? we have today, but the job difficulty is less. Length of the job difficulty is less than D. Then we return -1. Okay. Okay, so if length of this one less than D, return -1. Okay, otherwise that for this one, I think this is a dynamic programming problem. So we need to find the minimum on the day. Okay, so we have the DB here. I here. And the number of remain days. We start from 0, right? Start from 0, and then we have this one. We can grab this one. So we have the one option is that we have this one. And we can submit. And then we have the maximum of this one. I think we need to store the previous. Yeah, so feel free to store the previous index. Prep index and start index. And okay, so we start +1. The number of day will minus, and we need to find a maximum in range of start prep here until start is start inclusive. Yes, the start inclusive. So we +1. So we have the first option that we use or we 1 day. Another option is that we just skip that day. Okay, so we have 2 options, and that's all. So if the number of days is 0, then it's already enough. Then we need 0 time. Otherwise, we need to pick the minimum between them. The minimum between 2 options. Then secretary return start from 0 and D here. Okay, and we cache this. This is ON, so we need to optimize this. Actually, that we can rebuild it. Oops. To find the maximum in from the start to the end, can we have any data structure to do that? We can do like proof fork. You take a ON. It's not a sum. We may instead of store index, we store the maximum so far, because the value here is less or equal to 100. So to find the maximum here, from the left to the right here, we do a linear time. We take the ON here and multiply with the, so this solution, let I show you that this solution can work on a small example. So start index here, you n multiply by n, multiply by d, and multiply by n. So it's not good. And Q here is not good. So we need to optimize this part. To find the maximum this part, we can use the linear time. We take the ON, or we can build a sparse table. Build a sparse table here. So build a sparse table. We take a n log n, but when we query, we take a one, I think. Query will log n, I think. A1, I think. A1. But no need to use bar table in this case because the length here is quite, the maximum value here is quite small. So we max so far. But let's check if it sure that this solution work. Okay, if it reach into the day equal to 0, so it means that 0 day we need to work, then return 0. If the start is reach into the end, or the start reach into the end of this one, we may have n here. Then return 0. Okay. Start from the start. The previous one will start from this one as well. Previous one. Not correct. This is the first option, and so it's direct into the end. So it's direct into the end. Then this 0 and 0 plus with this one. And this one, skip that day. Find the minimum. We need to find the minimum one. But when it reaches into the end, return 0. So this one may return 0, and the whole thing will return 0. If it reach into the end, can we return math? If d equal 0, then it's good. If start equal yes. You see, Quang Tuấn. My solution work, right? But it will require theory because n here multiplied by n here multiplied by d here and multiplied by n here. Look like the solution is not correct. Let me check. Maybe work something. 0, 0 here, d here, d here, and 0 is click into the end. Then return no more. We use 1 day, so we start new one. And the number of the breadth here, maximum this one, or breadth here and start from this one. For this one, I think we cannot debug this way. So this one look like it has some bug. So currently I don't see the bug now, but I will try the new one. I don't use the max so far. And then I use this max so far. Use 1 day. Max so far. Max so far we will start with the new one. So all the number here is positive. So I will start with 0. Start with 0. So this will be D. This will be 0. Max so far here. Otherwise I will min of the next one. I will skip. We cannot skip that day. I mean that we don't use it, so the max so far is still the same. Okay. If you look into this one, otherwise that we use that day, so we need to update the max so far will equal to max of the previous one with the current one. Okay, so we have the max so far from the previous one until the stop day here, the current one here. Okay, then we have the one option that we use 1 day. Then we start with the new trip for the next one. And the max so far will reset to 0. And we have the number of the difficulty we plus with the max so far here. Or if we skip, we don't use 1 day. Then we find another one, like start plus 1, another one, and max so far, max so far here, and this here. Okay, sound good? Still wrong in this case. Time complexity is optimized to this. But still wrong in this case. I'm not sure about this one. if you click into the end, then if you click into this one, then we return 0. We if start here, we start the new one, which is not exist. Return the map infinity. Yeah, correct. How about that we use that day and we have the master file here, or we skip? Oops, why is not correct? Difficulty here, day here. By complexity will be the same. Why this one is not correct? How can we debug this? It's sick, just small. So let's debug. This like maximum of this. I think we got maybe got this one is the first one. This one. Oops, we need to find a minimum. Then maybe this one. Maybe this one. This one. Yeah, the smaller is better. Smaller is better. So we have this one. This one. So we need to find 6. This one. This one. This one. Big. So we may have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. This is the optimal one, right? Yeah, this is the optimal one. This is the optimal one. Why they expect do they expect to work? Or they expect us to finish all the job. They expect to finish all the job. So we need to grab all of them here. So we need to finish all the job here. Right? Yeah, so we need to finish all the job. 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 Ooh. We need to finish all the job. If stop reach into the end, if d equal to 0, then return 0. Otherwise, return invalid. D less than 0, return. There's no one at all. Whoop. Why? We need to finish all the job. I know that we need to finish all the job. But yeah, in this case, we need to finish all the job here. So so for example, we pick 3 3 3, right? 3 3 3. So it means that only if we into the end, if you stop. This one if you stop. Otherwise, you continue. For example, let's start from 2 to 3 here. And it's not reach into the end. So start from 2 to 3 here. And this one consume, this one consume, this one consume, this one consume, this one consume. This one start from this one, and d equal to 1, right? Okay, d equal to 1, then it's the maximum here. And the rest here will equal to the new one, but this one will be equal to 0. Yeah, correct. You have any question, Quang Tuấn? Do you understand, Quang Tuấn? N square multiplied by d. It needs to reach into the end. Okay. Do you understand the question already or not? So the question is that given array here of job difficulty. This is the job difficulty of day I. Okay, so we need to schedule D-day. Schedule D-day so that we can get the minimum difficulty for D-day to work on the I job. You need to finish all the previous job. For example, that to work on this job, you need to finish this job. So it means that we need to split this into the substring, which is a adjacent substring. We cannot split like 11 and then this one. We skip this one. We cannot skip. We need to split both of them into the D-day. For example, that for this example, we need to split like this, split 6 and the last here. So if we split 6 for day 1 and the last here for day 2, it will have the difficulty, the total difficulty equal to 6 plus with maximum of this one will be 5 equal to 11, and 11 is not a minimum solution. We have another solution that we split 6 5 for day 1 and the last for day 2. This one, if we split this one, then the difficulty of this one will be the maximum of this subarray. So it will equal to 6 plus with this one will become 4. This will become 10, which is not optimal. The optimal one is that we split this one for the day 1 and the last one for day 2. So if you 6 plus 1 will equal to 7. This is the optimal one that we expect. How can we do that? We use the dynamic programming technique. So we define a db function. So let db of start the maximum for the minimum difficulty of a job schedule for this subproblem from start here into the end, and we have the days and max of 4 here. Max of 4 here is the maximum from the maximum difficulty from previous day until day start. So we define this function, and for the db we have 2 directions to do that. This is for the dynamic programming. It have the 2 approach. The first approach called top-down DB, and the second approach we call bottom-up DB. Currently, I implement top-down DB. For the top down DB, it looks like it's a recursion. We do the recursion. Here to solve the sub problem. But we cast the sub problem result. So the next time when we call that function again, we don't need to recalculate again. We just get the result from the cache directly. So this equal recursion plus with the memorization is called top down DB. We from the top we go to the down to the bottom. Yeah, so this is my DB direction definition. So so the answer will be the DB of the start will be 0. So it means that I saw from the 0 until the end, the D-day, and the maximum so far of the previous one, I will start with 0 because the difficulty minimum is 0. Okay, so this is the answer. The sub problem is that I have two options. For a start here, I have two options. If I use that day, right, I need to calculate the minimum for the future. Start from start plus 1 for the future here. And plus what the I mean that for example that this one. So if I start from start equal to 0, something like that, right? I have one option that I will take the maximum so far initialize with 0, right? And the job difficulty of the start will be 6. So the maximum so far will be 6. It means I will take 6. So option 1, I will take 6 here, and plus with the dynamic programming start from 1 and D here 1, right? And the maximum so far here will be 0. Yeah. So it means that I pick 6 here and I solve this problem to find the minimum for if I start from this one. If I solve this problem with only 1 day, something like that. So for only 1 day, we need to, for sure that we need to get all of them. So we need to return 5 here. So this will become 5. Then the total for the option 1 will be 11, which is not good. We also have the option 2, right? Option 2 that we skip that day. So it means that we don't take 6 here. We skip that day. So it means that we jump to day for day this one. And the max so far here, the previous one, the max so far will be 6 here. And then we just solve the problem like db start 1 d equal to 2 and the max so far equal to 6. Yeah, so we solve this problem with the max so far for the previous one from 6. Okay, and then we, for example, that to solve this, right, we have two options as well. The option 1 that we pick 5 here. We don't pick 5, but we pick this, and we decide to split. So it means that we need to maximum so far here will equal to 6 plus what we saw the problem that start equal to 2 and d equal to 1. Maximum so far equal to 0. And for this one, by eye we can see that the maximum of this one will return 4, right? Because we schedule for 1 day, so we need to take the whole this one. So this is 4. It's a 10, which is not good. We have another option like option 2 that we skip. Do the same. Skip that day. Like we call the db of start equal to 2, the day equal to 2, because the max so far here is still 6, something like that. So we just choose the minimum between 2 options, and we cast the sub problem here. So when we do the URL cache here, so it means that we have the number of param here. So we have a lot of start, right? Start index from 0 into n, day here from 0 into d here, and the max so far up to 1000 here. So the time complexity will be n multiplied by d and multiplied by max value, and max value here is less or equal to 1000. So the space is the same. This is my how to say, my exit condition. The exit condition is that I need to read into the end. I need to read into the end to exit the condition, because I need to read into the end to exit the condition. I need to, yeah. So if I read into the end and I already schedule of them, and it's good, I return 0. It's not good, I return the maximum. So it means that this option is not good. If it's not read into the 0, but the d here is already 0, so it means that it's invalid. Yeah. So that's how DB work. Do you understand what goes? So I will have a good presentation for DB. No worry, no worry. I have a good presentation for DB topic in the class. So okay, so this is one way that I define this. So this is called the solution 1. I may define another direction. This is the opposite direction. Okay, for the opposite direction, right? I will define DB a bit different. DB start D equals at D maximum so far with the minimum difficulty of a job schedule for this subproblem. Instead of from I into the end, I define it from 0 until I. Yeah, from 0 until I. And in the day, and the maximum dip from I until other. Okay, so this is the opposite direction. Just opposite direction. I will have a DB here, I here, the same, not so far. Okay, so have a high option. Option 1, you schedule a day for that. So it means that I will have this is to solve this problem, right? So after we schedule how to say, schedule a day to work for the job from I until previously. Okay, so now the job will, if I solve from, let me show you that from this one to the previously, right? So we are as exact ji here. So if we choose to schedule a day for to work on this job, then the remain job will be from 0 to n minus to I minus 1. So it means that we call db I minus 1. Okay, and the number of days will decrease by 1 because we already use 1 day for this. And the max for will reset to 0. And the total, we need to plus with the cost when we schedule like this. The cost when we schedule like this will be max so far, right? So this is one option. So it will be option 1. So option 2, we skip that day. And I don't mean that we skip to work, but we skip to schedule. We don't schedule that day. So it means that we have option 2 will be like we skip for the I here, right? We will extend. We don't stop here. We don't click here, but we extend. We extend like this. So it means that we extend like this, right? So it means that we have to solve this problem from I from 0 to I minus 1. The number of days will be the same like D day. And we need to remain the max so far because we need to solve from this one. We need to schedule from the previous one. For example, that we need to schedule from the previous one to this one. So we need to keep the maximum so far of the previous one. Then we just return 2 options, minimum of 2 options. Yeah. So we need to define the exit condition. So if I equal to -1, right? So it means that it's empty. It's already scheduled for all jobs. Then if they equal to 0, then it's good. Otherwise, it's invalid. You need to return the maximum. By return the maximum, so it means that if this option return the maximum, so it will pick this option because we pick the minimum. That's why we return the infinity if that solution is invalid. Yeah. If they equal to 0, so we don't miss this one itself. We just miss this one. But this one I did the small optimal that we schedule all of the job, but we haven't reached in. We spend full day, but we haven't scheduled for all the job. So it's either early rule that is invalid. Yeah, so we just catch the problem. Our DB view, DBI here will solve this problem. So DB will start from n-1. I here n-1 to solve the problem from 0 into n-1, and D and maximum for 0. We need to update the maximum so far will equal to max of this one with the difficulty of the yes. Yeah, this is opposite direction, but it's also top down to be this top down. So let's implement for the solution 3. That's we can do the bottom up DB. For the bottom up DB view, you will see it's more clearly. For the bottom up DB, we will remove this one. For the bottom up DB, it means that I build as a table. So we have the DB here like array. Oops. But it has like 3D direction. So let's I here, D here, and max for here. E, the same with this one. Okay. So I need to define the DB here. I need to define initialize 3D array. Multiply by how do we it's a number of rows, so we have something number of row here. So for this one we have max infinity because we need to find the minimum, so we initialize with the max infinity and we can multiply by the max so far here. Max so far here will up to 1000, but we will 1000 plus 1 and D here. Okay, maybe D plus 1. Okay, this is 3D. Okay, then we just build up for I in range of n for the d in range of d for max, so for in range of 1000. So it's empathy. We cannot use index -1 in this, so we will define a bit different. That this is the length, so we -1 here, -1 here, so it will look like a length +1. So it means that if so it means that we solve the subproblem like this one, like empathy. For the empathy one, so it means that so this is a big difficulty for this case to build a bottom-up DB. So I think finish this section and check other. I think very rare people view the top-down DB. Yeah, we can do yeah, this is not a top-down DB. This is the bottom-up DB. Yeah, this is top-down DB, and yeah, this guy can build a bottom-up DB as well, but then use 2D instead of 3D. Oops, can 1D as well. You stuck. Ooh, top-down DB with cache here. This is my solution. Same with my solution here. Ah. We can optimize bytes here. The time complexity is the same, but we can optimize time complexity here. We can optimize the time complexity here. So yeah, can optimize the time complexity here, because we do like this. The byte complexity is too much. So this is my solution one, right? So multiply by max value, which is not good. So we may which is not very good. So we can optimize this. Like we have a DB here. We may use around this. Okay, DB here. We'll start from I, D here. No max so far. So So dB of I D the answer, the minimum difficulty of a schedule for job difficulty going from I into the end. Schedule in the day. Okay, that's all. No need to keep the maximum so far. Okay, and then if the I here is equal to the end, if the D equal to 0, return good, otherwise return not good. For this one, we can start in range of 0 to I plus 1 here. Oops, no. We need to have a J here in range of from I in range of N. This is exclusive. Then we have the maximum so far here equal to 0 first. Max so far equal to max of max so far with the this job difficulty of J here. Okay, then we just try if we use this day plus 1, day minus 1. Okay, so this way we have the rest, we will do the maximum. We need to pick the minimum. Rest will equal to minimum 1. Rest with this one and return the minimum 1. Return the I, so problem start from 0. D here. Okay, cool. So the time complexity here will be n, the multiply by number of param. Param here will I from 0 into n multiplied by d, and multiply by n here. We have a loop here. So this will be better. So we did a little bit. We may eat the so we did a little bit prune here. If this equal to 0, then we can return little bit of balloon here. We need to plus for this option. We will plus with the max so far here. Oops. Why like it's a bit slower. Memory is lower, but the learning time is a bit lower. Okay, this one the same. This one press max so far here. We try to split to choose the multiple option. We try to choose it means that when we show this problem, right? It means that when we show this problem here, so we try for start I here equal to 0, and try here we start from I until the end minus 1, because this is exclusive. So if we select J equal to I, it means that we select split 1 here, and the rest for other. So we have the cost will be 6, plus what other, or J here equal to 1. It means that we split this one and the other, or we split this one and the other, something like that. So this one and this one is the minimum one. So we choose the minimum between other, among other. Maybe the test case is not correct or something. This solution look like, but the max so far here will jump. Okay, I think that's all for today live stream. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this the time complexity for this one will be n multiplied by n multiplied by d, and this by complexity will be n multiplied by d. This is also quite good. Let's add into the db set. Okay, db easy. Okay, so this is called solution 1 for top-down DB. We may have how long? Oops, 2 hours. We may have the solution 2. May have the solution 2, which is bottom of DB. Bottom of DB. For the bottom of DB, we may define the same. Let's DB I and D. A the minimum. A the minimum difficulty of job schedule for difficulty from I to n-1 in the days. So db equal to max infinity multiplied by d, maybe +1 for in range of n +1, something like that. So yeah, we have the same with this rule. If for it means that the db of n, right, n0 you equal to 0, but db order you the maximum. Okay, then we build we build from n-1 into the end. All right, because we need to have the base, the lower info first before we show the whole problem, like from 0 until n-1. Okay, for the in range of d. Okay, +1. something. Okay. This is like other or the maximum. Okay. Then if the of I and the D, we have a loop, another loop, like J in range of I to the end. So B initialize with maximum. Okay, dB of I dB will equal to min dB I dB with we have the maximum so far. So far will equal to like equal to job difficulty of I. So we need to choose the minimum. This one with this one option, like we come from K here, K, and D here we minus one. D here minus one. So D need to be from one. At least one day. Okay. And need to plot with max so far. Yeah. Seem good. And then we just return dB of n minus one, right? From n minus one to n minus one. Okay. In day. Infinity. This one is 0. I think we need to build. No need to worry because this is we already saw this one, right? Already saw this one. D. We need to update the maximum so far as well. Equal to 0 first. Max so far. You max of this one with the job difficulty of this one. Still infinity. J plus 1 with D if D equal to 0. How about that we start from D here and at 0 here minus 1. Still infinity. So we need to 0. Yes, that's right. Yes, that's right. This is the bottom up dB. So the byte complexity will be this one. Okay, I think that's all for this live stream today. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.